Ethical hacking. How do computer hackers do their hacking? How do they become ethical hackers? Many people care about those questions because hackers are now everywhere. Ethical hacking is a computer hacker who attempts to penetrate a computer system and search for any weak points that could be overworked by hackers so that ethical hackers can be defended before someone intends to attack their computer system or network. Some people say that hacking is unlawful, unethical and unhelpful in society. Others say that hackers can do a lot of things to help people. According to Amanda Paulson, staff writer of the Christian Science Monitor, students get certificates in ethical hacking that does not teach people to be hackers, but the academic teaches people to think like hackers and perhaps to move faster than hackers. 3. Hackers can be legal if they do the right things, and they can be ethical hackers that improve cybersecurity. Because the computer and the internet have significant roles worldwide, such as in online banking, email, and online education, so today's hacking activities are an important concern to society. For example, the 1996 report of a computer raid on Citibank that netted around $10 million indicates the potential seriousness of computer intrusion. Jordan and Taylor 757. Even though there are many ways to protect information systems, the ethical hacker is still a hacker. Therefore, ethical hacking is an act of hacking, and it does not matter if the reason is to improve system security. Ethical hacking should not be taught to anyone. Some people say that ethical hacking is ethical because there is nothing wrong with protecting their current security systems. Hackers can do ethical hacking because they can improve cybersecurity. Sumarket Poremba writes, perhaps most importantly, ethical hackers provide valuable insight into how an attacker thinks, how he or she will form an attack and what the attacker's next move will be. Hackers can be ethical, and ethical hackers often break into computer systems with permission to improve cybersecurity. Ethical hackers are ethical people because they are educated in their families or at schools just like everybody in the world. They can learn many things and create a better world. For example, there are many hackers in the world, so how can we protect our information from the bad hackers who often break into computer systems without permission? That is why we have to have more ethical hackers in our world to protect the information on the internet. The best way is to create and train more ethical hackers than bad hackers because ethical hackers can be perceptive to things around them. Some argue that the more ethical hackers, the more protection for the security systems because they act like moral people. Everyone has the right way to educate even if it is to become an ethical hacker, but we cannot predict that person is going to attack the computer system somewhere after being taught some skills. There are many courses teaching ethical hacking over the past decade, and many schools have been teaching the courses. Curricula are designed to train in ethics and laws with respect to ethical hacking. Today those courses are a significant concern when students gain experience and apply the ethics training to penetrate computer systems. In The Ethics of Teaching Ethical Hacking, Ronald D. Pike writes, the argument for teaching hacking focuses on the need to better understand attacks and attackers. However, some believe that teaching offensive hacking skills increases risk to society by drawing students toward criminal acts. 67. It is important to note that teaching someone how to hack is a risk because the hackers can peep through some confidential information when they gain the experience. It is unpredictable if the hackers will not find some beneficial information for themselves to use for future purposes, including items such as credit histories, bank balances and employment records. Thus, the teaching of ethical hacking should not be a good idea to anyone. Others say that hacking is lawful, and computer hacking is not a crime. According to Aasha Bodhani in the article Bad, in a Good Way, training ethical hackers must not use the newly acquired skills for illegal or malicious attacks, and you will not use such tools in an attempt to compromise any computer system. 68. As soon as we learn like white hat hackers or ethical hackers who has non-malicious intent whenever penetrating security systems, that will be a good way to prevent black hat hackers or bad hackers around the world. Furthermore, hacking is not necessarily a criminal activity. Hacking is only a crime when hackers access systems without the owner's permission. Hacking can be legal if hackers work on their own computer systems or if hackers have explicit written permission for anything that they do to someone else's system. Ethical hackers can be lawful if they do the right thing to protect computer systems. But is teaching someone to be an ethical hacker legal or illegal? In the Gale Encyclopedia of E-commerce, hacking is a popular term for the act of breaking in, tampering with, or maliciously destroying private information contained in computer networks. It can also be used more broadly to refer to any illegal attempt to get information through electronic means. Hacking 349. There are two types of hacking, white hat and black hat. Ethical hacking is also known as white hat hacking. The ethical hackers hack into computer systems in order to find businesses and companies' weaknesses so that they can be prepared to fix the problems. Black hat is hacking that breaks into computer systems with malicious intent. Unlike white hat hackers, the black hat hackers may exploit computer vulnerabilities and destroy files or stealing data for their future purpose. Nevertheless, white hat or ethical hackers and black hat hackers are still hackers, and they can access computer systems without official permission. White hat or ethical hackers can learn how to hack like black hat hackers do, so they are both hackers and cannot be legal. There can be a risk to society if white hat hackers draw into illegal activity through the teaching received. Therefore, teaching someone how to become an ethical hacker and hack into computer systems is not a good way to educate, and it is not legal if that person exploits and engages in online criminal activities. In society today, everyone can learn how to be ethical hackers at schools, from others, or by themselves. Almost all people use computers to access the internet, and companies, government, and organizations use the computers to work every day. In the article A Sociology of Hackers, Tim Jordan and Paul Taylor write, "The growth of a worldwide computer network and its increasing use both for the construction of online communities and for the reconstruction of existing societies means that unauthorized computer intrusion, or hacking, has wide significance." 757. Some organizations have used and developed security software such as firewalls or intrusion detection systems to protect their information assets and potential attacks. However, the organization may face some risks of their significant vulnerabilities from hackers. Hackers are very dangerous effects to society. They can use their skills that they have learned at schools or somewhere else to break into computer systems. They might also have some projects to penetrate websites for their own purpose or for their companies. Including ethical hackers, as other hackers, they are not trivial. The risk of the organizations from hackers are enough, but ethical hackers might get involved in the future purpose. Moreover, if many people learn how to hack in our society nowadays, it might be a world war on the internet that nobody can predict in the future. For people to learn how to become ethical hackers, they must be trustworthy and ethical. Otherwise, it will not be a good way to learn how to hack as an ethical hacker in current society. It is difficult to say that ethical hackers are ethical, legal and helpful in society. Ethical hackers also do an act of hacking like other hackers, and they might be the moral if they do the ethical act to improve cybersecurity. It is not predictable that ethical hackers always do the right thing. Also, ethical hacking should not be legal for those who penetrate computer systems without permission. Finally, ethical hackers are not helpful in current society if they exploit some skills that they have learned only to benefit themselves. Therefore, ethical hacking should not be taught to anybody who proposes to learn because it is the act of hacking into computer security systems. People really need to secure privacy of information on the internet and want to be free to live, so learning how to become an ethical hacker should not be a good idea for everyone.